I thought our guys showed incredible heart, incredible fortitude. I think it's as big a win as we've had, considering all the obstacles that we've had to overcome. I thought that in their own way, every single guy contributed, and as poor as we were in the first half, we were just as good in the second half. 15 free throw makes in the second half, 35 possessions in the second half. We had 31 out of 35 paint touches. We had 6 turkeys. Only had 5 turnovers in the second half. The job that Vander's done from a rebounding perspective, the last 2 games, DJ's in a zone that he hasn't ever been in as a player, in my opinion, and Jay's really, 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 really good. I thought our guys showed incredible heart. Incredible heart.
Lots of adjustments without Devontae?
Yeah, I mean, so we play Villanova on the road. It's all man. And obviously we've gotten in a pretty good groove with Devontae on the things that we do on post feeds. And then, you know, it's hard for me. I don't sleep after a game, and so the day after a game, I mean, I'm a dud, just complete dud. So Sunday we finish all the things that we do from Villanova, and then we began preparation for Seton Hall, but none of it's on the floor. And so you have 1 day preparation to go against a team who's zoned sometimes, through 1 pass, through 2 passes, show zone, play man, 2-2-1 in the 3/4 court, 1-2-1-1 in the full court, just constantly changing. And so amidst all of their things that they do to throw off our rhythm, obviously we're playing without Devontae. And so were there some changes? Maybe some within how we play ball screens, but it's not like we can make a lot of changes in the period of time that we had to work with.
Does that injury appear serious?
Well, it's a sprained knee. He had an MRI, didn't tear any ligaments, so that's good. The swelling has gone down since Sunday morning. I think it's just hard to guess when you weigh 290 pounds, like how long does it take to get all the swelling out? And so we're not trying to hide anything. He didn't tear anything. He will be back. When will he be back? I don't know.
Seems like Vander's play tonight kind of came out of nowhere. Was it because Devontae's out? Was it something else?
I don't think it had anything with Devontae being out. You know, Van was shooting 42% from the free throw line entering the Villanova game. That's the worst guard free throw percentage maybe in the history of the Big East. For sure, 9 games in. And for him to make 4 free throws, game-clinching free throws, that says a lot about who he is. Having said that, I don't know if we're at that point without the 7 rebounds that he had. And I think that was because of his activity level. And I think he's beginning to be more and more comfortable within what we do offensively on when we want him to cut, when we want him to curl, when we want him to pop, versus man, versus zone. And that's hard to do for anybody when they're showing zone and going man on the second pass, going man when it gets to the high post, going man when it gets to a certain player. You know, but when you get 8 rebounds and 5 of them are offensive and you're a guard, that changes the complexion of our team, particularly as big as we were tonight. You know what I mean? I think that changes. I thought he was huge.
Buzz, overall in these last 7 games.
Has he ever scored 16 points in a conference game?
I doubt that.
I don't think so. I don't think he's ever had 8 rebounds either. And I don't think he's ever had 5 offensive rebounds. He's went 1 of 4 from the free throw line a bunch, though.
I was wondering overall what's changed as you guys have rattled off 7 wins in a row now.
I don't think anything's changed. I think that's why we won 7 in a row. I think our guys handle today and they're accountable for today, and that's it. You know, when you start trying to get caught up in the hype and thinking about 2 weeks from now or 3 weeks from now, I think that's when you get kind of in a bind. And the longer you go, the more discipline that it takes and the more toughness that it takes. Let's just do today, just today, and then work as hard as we can. And then when we wake up tomorrow, let's try to do that day. You can't get caught up in all of that. You know, it's like this room. The more we win, the more people show up. The more we win, the more text messages I get and our players get. The more emails we get. You know what I mean? You got to cinch the circle even tighter. It's got to get even tighter because that's what happens. That's what happens when you have success. Is you get caught up in all of it. You can't get caught up in any of it. You got to realize what got you to that point.
Coach,
And I think our guys have been perfect in that.
Coach, talk about keeping the circle tight. Dwayne Wade was here tonight with LeBron. What does it mean to you as a coach knowing that these guys are coming back?
I wish I'd had a chance to say hello to him. My oldest son, we call him Bubba, and he's like the biggest fan of D. Wade and LeBron ever. And we win. It was our 7th game in a row. And he comes down on the floor, and Dad, I met LeBron. Hey, Bub, did you see our game? Did you not see that game? He was so fired up. I just didn't have. I knew they were coming. Dwayne was texting me. I just didn't have a chance to respond to him tonight. So I think it's huge. I think it says a lot about what Marquette means to him. I don't think it has anything to do with me.
Notre Dame on Saturday, I think last Saturday against UConn had 48 possessions. How's that going to be a challenge for you playing against a team that's loaded?
How many do you think we had tonight? Obviously we had more than 48, but how many did we have? I thought it was kind of slow too.
60s.
Yeah, I mean, they just take the air out of the ball, you know. Per possession, they're probably as slow as Pitt or Wisconsin. You know, just take the air out of the ball and whatever Coach Bray calls it, burn, and then at 10 seconds, run America's play and try to score, you know what I mean? So it's a long time till Saturday. We need to sleep, so we'll figure it out. I'm not being a jerk. We'll figure it out.
How concerned were you with Seton Hall and Pope's hot start inside the paint?
And he's good.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of Devontae in him. You know, he's meandering around, and as soon as he gets the ball, you're like, ooh, he's really good. And then when he doesn't have the ball, you're like, what's going on? And he forces rotation. You know, that's a hard combination. So we played Pitt, and at that moment in time, they were on their last breath. We play at Villanova. At that moment in time, they were on their last breath. We play these guys tonight. At this moment in time, they're on their last breath. And Theodore is as good as there is in transition and as good as there is off the ball screen. And Pope, he's undersized, but he commands just as much attention as any post player in our league, 12 feet from the basket. And you know, Junior, for as slow as he is and as heavy as he is, and supposedly he can't guard anybody, combine those two really good players over the last 2 games, old boy's done all right. He's done all right for a guy that supposedly can't play, can't guard nobody. I think he's been just as big as the Junior stuff just doesn't show up on the stuff y'all look at. But if you know what you're looking at, he's incredibly important to what we do. So I don't even know what your question was, but I probably answered it.
Thanks.